Test, 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 test. It's a little better, but...
It's opening night of Fusebox.
First day of Fusebox, the most wonderful time of the year. And it's always an amazing experience. It's a lot of fun, like a lot of amazing people come out. And there's always new, interesting things to see.
I love that they bring in people from all over the world. That kind of connects my Austin heartbeat to like the global heartbeat.
What brought you guys out here tonight?
Our fabulous friend Carrie let us know that there was an
She's always on top of
art
all the events that
experience happening tonight.
What do you guys expect to see out here tonight?
Something completely unique and something that cannot be duplicated.
It's going to be out there in the open, and maybe another night it would look completely different, but tonight is going to be just for us, and it's going to happen the way it's going to happen.
We are very happy to be here. I came last year to the festival, Ron mentioned it, and just had a great time, and so to come back. I've always loved this book. I'm slightly embarrassed by that because it's such a boyish enthusiasm. As kids, most of us went through a phase of being enthralled by Guinness. The lady with the smallest waist. The tallest guy with his normal-sized family. The fattest twins on motorcycle. What was that deep fascination about? Why do kids love this so much? There's lots of silly stuff here, like underwater pogo sticking or the largest group hug, but a lot of the book is deep, actually, full of wonder, tragedy, humor, folly. Roy Sullivan. The tallest monument ever built, the Gateway Arch in St. Louis. Sure, some of the records are testaments to human achievement. The mile, for example. For a long time, nobody could break a 4-minute mile. It was thought that that was the limit of what we could do, that humans couldn't cross that threshold. But in 1954, Roger Bannister did it. 3 minutes and 59 seconds. After that, it was like something had been lifted. Rob moves, Nadia Sirota, Gabriel Cabezas, Hideaki Amore, Mikio Sasaki, and Alex Sa. Thank you very much for coming, and have a nice night.
Okay, so the show's over, and my first question is, what did you guys think of it?
I thought it was delightful. It was really great.
Yeah, that was great. I thought it was really sweet. I thought it was kind of a good poetic twisting of how the world works. Yeah, I was kind of charmed by it. Nice music.
Biased, but I thought it was totally lovely. I thought it was a lovely setting. I thought.
Why are you biased?
Because I know a couple of the people who are involved in it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was great. It's a great backdrop for something like this. It's a nice. It's nice to see some people trying something a little bit different, also, which is a great thing about this festival.
The music gave you like the kind of the wavy swells of the plot, so like you understood how things were happening, and the pacing with the words was really nice. It was a good kind of full tri-medium experience.
Sam, I think, for the maker of the film, came off it. He was just more natural and real and
I feel like it was a lot more personal.
very personal.
And
So
just had more of a feeling of of seeing a show as opposed to seeing watching a documentary even in a theater. It's different than that.
Okay. And are there any major takeaways or feelings that you've gotten from watching this?
it's definitely
It's impermanence.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys think it has a different effect, the fact that it's a live documentary as opposed to something you could catch on Netflix?
For sure. I mean, because it's social. We're all here. I mean, we're all together. We all came out for this thing. We all sat on the lawn. We all saw our friends and talked about it with our friends or other people that we've just met. So, I mean,
It would be terrible as just a video. Yeah,
Like
definitely
just
the
a documentary on
narration.
TV?
Yeah, helps a lot, and him as a character helps a lot. Yeah.
it's interactive between the audience and the performance and the narration. Although clearly his documentary is live and practiced, it's still responsive to the way that the crowd is reacting to it and the different, even as big as it is on the lawn like this, you can interact with people who, laugh at a certain point in the show and cue this thing a little bit differently.
Would you guys consider this art?
Yeah.
How so?
Every piece of it, top to bottom. Filmmaking, musicianship, also the participation. That's part of art.
There's an argument for the reach that other mediums can have. While this is very impactful for the people who can see it tonight, there's something to be said for a piece of art that can stand on its own and that can live in its own environment, whatever that is, if it's on Netflix or if it's in a museum or whatever. I think it's very important that we have art like this and art that can stand in other areas as well.
I enjoyed doing it. When I first started this job, I didn't really think about what I was doing. I just did it. But now I enjoy helping out our planet and just making the Earth a better place for future generations.
trees, the Go Valley trees, yeah. Recuerdo que el parque estaba muy lleno de mucha gente feliz y todo el tiempo la familia junto. You were so happy to be under the shade for just a little while. Un lugar de mucha paz.
Well, what'd you think of the show?
I was definitely moved. So I'm just moved by her energy and for her ability to take these kinds of things and turn them into music and movement and make me really appreciate these parts of the Austin I live in.
The show was outstanding. It was fantastic.
Can you explain why?
The music in particular was awesome.
Yes.
The lighting was terrific. The choreographing of not only the individuals, but the heavy equipment, which you'd never dreamed would be able to be beautiful.
Was. I like the guy with the sombrero. He was dancing with the rake, real romantic. I was there. I loved him.
Do you guys think it added to the whole performance by having live music as opposed to something recorded?
Oh, it's nothing better than live music. Live music is the key.
The key. So did this show give you guys another outlook on the urban forestry workers here, like in Austin?
It did, and I think most important, it gave them the recognition they deserve. It's a bit like the trash dance that Forklift did.
That one was amazing.
People that you walk by, you don't think much of, and you don't think about them. And now you recognize them. I think there'll be a lot of folks that will appreciate when they glance over and they see someone in the urban forest taking care of these precious resources. They'll be appreciated more than ever.
Definitely. Did this show give you guys like a different outlook on the urban forestry workers here in Austin?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in more detail. Like, I didn't think about them much prior to this, so that's a terrible thing to say, but I just sort of took for granted the work that they do, I guess, and so.
I think that's part of the point of this performance show, is to make you aware of the amount of work and effort and thoughtfulness that goes into all of these projects.
Yeah. Okay.
And to give them a sense of what they do, how hard that work is, and how skilled they are, what they accomplish.
Right. Did this give you a different outlook on the urban forestry workers here in Austin?
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed. I mean, I'm just like a regular person walking down the street, not really knowing who's taking care of my city.
Well, I liked it very much. I'm the managing director for Forklift Dance Works, so I kind of had the inside scoop of what was going to happen. The development of this dance was different because of the people we worked with, and the culture of this group of workers is different than the culture that the sanitation team has or that the linemen had.
What's the culture of this work?
It's a very spiritual group of people. They really do feel a connection to the living organisms that they're taking care of, which was really kind of neat. And their pace is a little slower than, say, the sanitation workers is, and so it was cool to see how this group of people, their culture, and to celebrate that and their unique offerings to the community, which is what we always do. It was kind of neat. So a different just culture all around, and wonderful people to work with.
Do you think this is a form of art?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you think it's an important form of art?
I think it is a very important form of art because what it does is it shows the invisible in our community, and it helps people in our community appreciate each other and to see each other in a different light, and just to see each other, period, I think is really important, and that's a big part of our mission at Forklift Dance Works. That's what we do. We want to tell stories of people that aren't very seen, but are super important to our community, and that deserve to be celebrated because of the beauty of their work.
What was it like being in the show? What was the experience?
It's amazing. Normally I'm enjoying with all my friends here at work, having fun, hard work sometimes. It's an amazing experience to be on a show like that. Never been on a show, and first time, I like it.
How did you feel when this idea was approached to you and they were like, let's do a show?
Actually didn't have an idea about it. I thought it was just going to be something basic. But when we started and every day by day going, it was actually cool. It was cool.
How did being in the show affect you?
Yeah, back then, for me, trees were trees, you know? And now when I see this, it's like you actually care for the trees now, you know? You actually have that little feeling now. Yesterday I went to my house, actually water my tree. And so it was an amazing experience and nice.